Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. You're going to enjoy this one because Prussian Joe, one of our regulars, has actually done a record game in his Manticore. And it seems that there's a lot of light tank players on What Arty Noobs, including the Baseman from Hell, and of course ARGTH, who makes it into an art. And we're going to see Prussian Joe doing it now. Game on! Well, as you can see, he's put the eyes on the Manticore. Yes, which a lot of people have been doing. And he's got the face as well, the teeth down below. The Manticore, as you know, the tier 10 British light tank with a 105mm main gun. It's capable of doing 390 alpha with standard ammo and 248mm pen. With the premium rounds, that goes up to 268mm. And you can see he's got the CVS, the improved optics, and the Bounty exhaust, which is similar equipment that Auroric favours. But look at this, he's actually decided to go a long way forward, and I think these are some of the bushes that Auroric favours. He's already spotted a lot of the enemy off in the distance. A Type 5 Heavy, a Sheridan? Yeah, and a Rheinmetall Panzerwagen. That's his opposite number in this game. In fact, there's also, the Sheridan is also his opposite number. But they've come too far forward and he got the spot on them before they got the spot on him. In fact, his camo is probably better than theirs by a long chalk, and that's probably why he was able to spot that Rheinmetall Panzerwagen so early. Now, as you know, light tank's basic job is just to find the enemy and let his teammates then do the damage. So he gets the spotting assist, and you can see an awful lot of tank destroyer shells are headed north. In fact, he's already picked up some spotting of that Panzerwagen. So he's not going to be too happy. Oh, look, a Strib 103B. Hiding in the bushes there, but it's not going to help him. And we've got an event coming in. So, yes, as we've mentioned before, this is a Heinkel 277. And the reason we know that is it's got a rounded nose and a standard one vertical stabilizer. If it had a double vertical stabilizer, it'd be the Messerschmitt, but it's not, so it has to be the Heinkel 277. It can't be anything else because the Germans didn't manufacture any other aircraft with a single tail except the Condor, and that's got a different nose. So lots of enemy tanks suddenly appearing. A Mouse, a Jaegeru, and a Leopard 1. And it looks like the Leopard 1 is actually hiding behind the Mouse or using the Mouse for cover. And the Panzerwagen has gone down, which is a major benefit because it looks like the Sheridan is not really engaged on this side of the battlefield. The Leopard takes a hit. Big hits. 2 hits. 1,328 of spotting off that. We're up to 3,066 so far. The Leopards move forward to the crash plane using the wreckage for cover. Meanwhile, the Mouse is still taking a hammering because that was a low roll on somebody's 155mm round because it was 705 hit points of damage. So somebody placed the shell in the right spot. And of course that Mouse was stunned, which was down to our artillery. In this game we've got an Object 261, the enemy have got the same. And that Striv is moving up and he's completely spotted, perma-spotted, and now he's taking damage and we're picking up that. And he's now up to 5,393 stun assist, or spotting assist. In fact, it's jumped to just under 6,000. Now it's just under 7,000. So the amount of damage that's going in here is phenomenal. It's all down to him. Prussian Joe's having a really great game. Because all he has to do is sit here in great danger, because of course he is fairly close to some of these enemy vehicles. That Mouse is not too far away. He's about 96 meters away. There you go. Actually shows. So we do know how far away he is, but he's been tracked at the moment, so he's not going anywhere. And in fact, he's still taking damage. That was the Object 261 firing one in. And he's hemorrhaging hit points. And of course, Prussian Joe's picking it up. He's just under 10,000 spotting so far. 9,996. Which is an absolute mega amount of spotting. Yeah, no amount of actually moving backwards and forwards going to stop the Arty from firing around him, which lands on top of you. And so if you sit there, you are going to end up getting hammered. We're now up to 10,500. Still getting higher. As you may know, if you saw the incredible replay where the Dream Team played, where Auroric78 had his two particular teammates, Blackbear and Duffy, and they were playing. Oh, and we're on the move, and we got the spotting, the scout medal. Yes, if you watch that replay, Auroric lost his spotting total because the Wargaming did some resets. But as a consequence of that, Auroric's gone out to try and increase his total again, improve his total, and so he managed to do a 15,000 game, and we're up to 13,000 already, so it could be that Auroric's total is in jeopardy, and he might actually have to go out and do it again. Okay, we've got a Jaegeru. He's moved all the way down the battlefield. Oh, he's not content with spotting. He actually wants to do some damage now. Now, of course, the big problem with this gun is that it's got a very long reload, and there's a very good reason for that, because there's only two people in that vehicle, the driver and the commander, gunner, stroke loader. He has to do everything. And he gets the kill on the Jaegeru, and he spots two other enemies, a Gorilla 15 who fires at him, and an Object 261. Both are taking damage. So he's now up to 14,350 spotting. And the Object 261 goes down. Oh, he's found another enemy. It's a Concept B. Was it Concept 5? Not Concept B. Ow! And that hurt. That was the Gorilla 15 firing one up his rear. The Gorilla 15's gone, so just the Concept 5 left, and he's gone. It's the end of the battle, and what a game it was for Prussian Joe. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Prussian Joe of ARG in the Manticore. He managed to get a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a patrol duty for being the only one spotting 6 enemy tanks whilst they were being damaged, and he got the scout medal as well. He detected at least 9 enemy vehicles during that game. His win rate was only 591, but of course win rate doesn't take into account spotting, so obviously he did have better scores when it came to that, and he in fact was the MVP of the game, the most valuable player, because of the amount of spotting damage he did manage to get. We look at team score, we can see the highest damage in the game actually went to the FB215B183, who managed 5,428 hit points of damage. Second was the M48 Pat with 4,950, and third was the E3, who managed 4,622, and that guy picked up a Spartan medal. When it came to Prussian Joe, he did 537 hit points of damage, and most of that was done towards the end of the game, where he was attacking the Jaegeru, and then the Object 261 and Gorilla 15. When it came to kills, we can see top scorers were the E3 and the 430U, both got 4 kills apiece. 2 kills went to the Striv 103B and the Object 261 on his own team, and on the enemy team, their Striv 103B and their Type 5 Heavy both managed 2 kills, but only 4 players on the enemy team actually managed to get kills at all in that one. When it came to base XP, there's only one player in it. Yes, Prussian Joe, 1,395 base experience points. He's the only player to get over 1,000 base, and boy, did he do well. And 956 went to the 430U, 939 went to the E3 on the enemy team as well. So all 3 players on his team actually managed to do incredibly well in that game. 3 shots fired, 3 direct hits, only 2 penetrations. I think one of the shots actually just didn't get through, but 537 hit points of damage, all of it done at close range. He did receive 2 hits. One of those was from the Gorilla 15. I think the other one was from the Concept 5. And yes, both penetrated. The armor on the Manticore is very, very thin. Front of the turret's only 80 millimeters. Front of the hull is 50 millimeters. Everywhere else is only 40 millimeters. And he did actually get hit just underneath the turret ring on the Manticore at the front. So obviously that round, which actually was, I believe, the round from the Gorilla 15, or at least it was one of them. It was a very big hole, and it was very obvious right at the end of the game. He spotted 10 enemy vehicles. Yes, initially, most of the spots he actually got was during the game, and towards the end, he picked up the ninth one he needed, and then finally, he spotted the Object 261 and the Gorilla 15, who are right at the back of the map. Now, I think there's been a lot of this recently. You've been seeing a lot of Gorilla 15s, Tier 10 tank destroyers actually on the red line, mainly because they're being obtained by players who just don't know how to handle them, and so they sit at the back and try and snipe from a long distance away, hoping they'll pick up some points. 2 enemy vehicles were damaged, 1 was killed, of course that was the Jaeger. 15,913 hit points of spotting assist in that game. I'm certain that Auroric's done a higher score than this, and I'm hoping he's going to send it in a replay as soon as he does do more than this, because I think he's capable of a lot higher. But that was a really good score for Prussian Joe, and he should be congratulated because not many people see scores that high. He managed to earn 24,833 credits on a premium count. He got 7 months for being tier 10, and he got 12,557 experience points out of that, including 8,372 for mission completion. So a new spotting record for Prussian Joe. Congratulations. He's actually sent me in some more replays as well, featuring him under one of his other accounts, because he does have more than one, just like me. And therefore, I'm pretty interested to see those and see how well he does in them. So do stick around on our channel. And of course, I've got more replays featuring Auroric 78, because of course he was actually helping one of his platoon mates to actually get, I think, one of the new tanks. So that should be very interesting. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.